Hey everybody, welcome back to Spin Rack. This is Love It or Skip It. Today we're talking about Moonknight, Vengeance of the Moonknight, Marvel 1. I gotta say, one of the things about Marvel that I've always loved about Moonknight, the images are stunning. The color, the black and white, the different grays. You can never beat a Moon Knight comic regarding that. Now the story, that's a whole nother thing. So once again, I got caught up on the visuals on this one. I gotta say, I already love it. I love the way it looks. But let's see what the story is. So I'm just going to read. Moon Knight is basically died, right? And he was reborn the shadow of Khonshu. That's what it basically says here. You know, but since he's gone, now you basically have some of his friends, helping him stop. I guess help travelers at night. That's what they're supposed to be doing. Reese, the ex-vampire assistant, an ex-mercenary soldier, fellow Fist of Khonshu, Hunter's Moon, and April, who was a reformed criminal, and former teammate Tigra. And they're here trying to do what Moon Knight used to do, defender of all those who travel at night. My question is, it just seems to just be one portion of Manhattan. We're not even talking about everywhere in the world. Just kind of weird there. But writers Jed McKay, the artist is Alessandro Capuccio. And of course, I guess we got to, disbelief. So basically, it starts off with we see 8 Ball, who was missing. We don't know who's missing. 8 Ball comes into the mission, and he's like totally beat up. And Reese, who's a vampire, she's looking her way. Hunter's Moon is there. Tigra is there, and stuff like that. And then it jumps over the next page to a Reese talking to a psychologist or a psychiatrist. What's going on, what they're doing, why they're doing what they're supposed to be doing right now. Following page we have Ben Grimm come by, to give his respects. So everybody thinks that Moon Knight is dead and Mark Spector. We see other heroes come by, Hawkeye, Captain America, Strange. They all stop by to give their respects to what had happened before. Of course, Reese and her compatriots, their goal is to, they want to, protect the people who travel at night and, fulfill the midnight missions, the headquarters thing. But as we all know, he's dead and we don't know what's going to happen there. In the meantime, you have some bad guys coming in here and they are basically trying to take over, take some souls they shouldn't be taking. One is Mr. Smile Nose, Mr. Suck. One is a tall, another guy is a short guy. You'll see when you look into the comic. And, of course, they have magical powers, but they're basically easily busted, by the group of Hunter's Moon, who's basically a priest of Khonshu, one of the Fists, because, Fists of Khonshu never go away. And he basically banishes them. We continue in the story. We see Tigra. She's taking a turn for the worse because she's looking to beat up anybody to find out anything about what happened to Moon Knight. But, Reese is saying this is not the way we do it. We just don't go around hurting people, trying to kill people. We're supposed to be doing better than that. So there's kind of a little bit of tension between Reese and Tigra about that. Lastly, we move on to, the psychologist's question of why they're doing it, what they're doing, what's going on. And, she's trying to make up that this is our duty, we have to do this. But as we know full well, she really believes he's still around because Fists of Khonshu don't really just die. They always seem to come back in some form, one way or another. So we move on to 8 Ball. He's running. Of course, someone hits him in the leg and then hits him in his 8 Ball. The dude literally is wearing an 8 Ball on his head. Who thought of this stuff? I guess they thought it was funny as hell. It's just crazy. He comes out, and I think 8 Ball was a villain in some other comics, so it's kind of interesting. He comes out, and he gets captured, and he's thrown through the window of the Midnight Mission. And they're like, "Yo, what's going on? Who did this? Who beat him to a pulp?" But what do we see? Who comes through the door? Of course, there's always spoilers here, bro. Moon Knight, and he's telling him to get it out of his house. But here's the key thing: whereas the Moon Knight thing is usually all white, and then you have the black, I guess, circlet that he wears. This is the opposite. It's all black and white. Usually it's white and black. Now it's black and white. So he's saying get out. So probably it's either another personality, I'm not sure, or he's forgotten where he is or who he was. But I don't know. But look, I always say Moon Knight art is gorgeous, But this one, the question is whether you're interested in the story. So I give it a 50-50. Can't say I love it, can't say I skip it, but, you know, it's up to you. Moon Knight fans may like it, non-Moon Knight fans may hate it. Spin Rack, out.